Hasn't died just yet, and now suddenly Vansco realizes that he has to turn tail and run. Get out of here, my friend. Run as fast as you can. But baby 3-piece closing in, finds the gush, echo stomp, puts Vansco in the dirt.
We say yes, you go spend time with these people, but when you're there, your mind is not fully there. You know, you're still actually making content. You're hustling in your mind. You're like, or somebody says something.
Nah,
like,
it's impossible for me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back here to the Mzansi Esports League. This is yet another edition. We're out now to week number 7. Woo! It's been a wild ride coming all this way.
Oh, dies in fountain.
Ladies, gentlemen, my MD comrades, welcome. We are here, we are present, we are preparing ourselves for some Dota 2 action. We have the Dota 2 Champions League coming up. So it's going to be a full day of Dota. We're out here just to explain the run of order of things. We're starting with the best of one play-in to determine who actually fulfills the 8th and final slot in the playoff matches, round 1. So we have ourselves right now, the team of Namiga taking on Hydra, wanting to see which one of these two squads goes ahead and actually makes it into the play-in. The other one, that's it, you're done, you're chopped. You go down to the lower bracket, game is hard. Gonna have to make a very difficult run back. So, wait, do you actually get eliminated or do you drop down? Hold on, let me just check for 1 second. So, loser of this gets lower bracket. All right, let's see who's going where. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see some Dota. Let's go. It's been a while. Your boy Snare is back. He's on the mic. He's doing the thing. We're doing the vibe. So here we are. Hydra versus Namiga. It is a best of one, right? So that does color the matchup somewhat. It does mean that no room for mistakes. Probably not going to see anything. Either it's going to be like some crazy last pick cheese or very standard fare of Dota 2 right here. Namiga, they found themselves drawing the second pick on Dire side, Hydra Radiant first pick. They opt to utilize it on the Beastmaster after banning the Spirit Breaker and the Rubik. On Amiga's side, they take out the Chen Bane Elemental, opting to go for the Kunkka Baron opening 2. Okay, strong lanes here. This Chen hero, I'm pretty sure that the idea is that they've already got Beastmaster. You don't want to give them access to an army at this point. You might even see an Enchantress ban. But the Enchantress isn't as scary, but it might still happen regardless. But either way, you just see this Beastmaster, you know what's coming. Hydra's gonna try and force their way through this mid game. This Nyx Assassin also provides some very strong pick-off potential. Between this and access to Primal Roar, they've got a lot of like map playing potential. Nice ban on the AA to go for Io, so Namiga making sure that they have not only map playing potential themselves, additional save, and a way out. The one concern I do have about this is that both of their supports don't really set up all that well. Very much focused on healing, so their last pick is going to be very instrumental for the team to ensure that they have as big a hero who can survive as long as possible. You don't want this silly situation where there's a hero that dies too soon. Then it's like, well, we had this IO bad and we can't take the fight anymore just by having these heroes just alive. Hydra, their response, Weaver Lina. Okay. Open question where the Weaver is going. Presumably it's the support, but could also occupy the carry role. Lina gonna be the mid laner here. So the Mongolian Lina. I'm wondering, right, with this Lina being picked up here. So they're presumably expecting Kunkka to go middle, right? Does Osgold play Beastmaster? Because he has played Beastmaster many times in the mid lane. And then they put the Lina elsewhere to apply pressure. Like I can imagine like how insane a Weaver Lina lane would be. Just so much harass. So there is that sort of flexibility available for them. It's possible. DK comes in for Namiga. Alright, so Kunkka goes into... Well, there's still some flex here, right? Could be off lane, mid lane. Kunkka could be all 3 in the safe lane as well, occupying that role. Nonetheless, they finally get themselves their own pushing power. It's another very beefy hero, doesn't die easily. Still doesn't feel like they have enough damage though on the side of Namiga. Like their capability of blowing up heroes relies very much on early levels being gained at the expense of Hydra, so that they're always playing a little bit ahead. Not the most tanky heroes to be fair on the side of Hydra, but items can mitigate that somewhat. BKB will emerge from Lina fairly early. You know, Beastmaster gets tanky enough. Eventually you get Aghanim Scepter from Weaver. Then it does come a bit more difficult for Namiga. Where's the damage gonna come from? Where's the damage gonna come from? Namiga. What would I like to see removed here? Would potentially like to see them try and secure. They need damage. So is the Medusa still in the game? She is. So secure her. All right. Monkey King band, Ursa band maybe might be coming next. So they're accepting that this is a support Weaver. I mean, Hydra do need a yeah, Weaver does feel a bit squishy in the situation. You want a hero that can also fight through the sustain of this Io Abaddon. Namiga. They have Lost Pick, Hydra. Lightning's coming out. Can y'all hear that? It's actually pretty loud. Hydra. Taking their time with this Lost Man. I mean, at the end of the draft, you've got a minute of reserve time. You can think about it a little bit, especially since you're the one that has to pick first. So you can be considering that pick in tandem with the reserve time you're using now for the ban. And they do decide to take out the Mars. All right, so they're gambling that Kunkka, DK are occupying the 1-2 roles. I mean, Mars can also play mid. Either way, Namiga does seem to be setting up for a very beefy lineup overall. I mean, with 4 strength heroes, maybe you pick Timbersaw? If you're Hydra? I mean, it does feel like a decent Timbersaw game, right? They have damage from Kunkka for the Timbersaw, but not much else. Can put this Lina in the safe lane. Beastmaster can play mid. Osco, like I mentioned, has played mid Beastmaster before. Or you can play mid Timbersaw. But that's the only situation that's like a bit complicated, how you decide to lane it. But overall, I think this could be a very good Timber game. And there we go. There's the Ursa ban from Namiga, like we talked about earlier. So I'm expecting the Snake Lady to come out. And Hydra, they go for Lifestealer. All right, another hero that can be quite good against these tanky strength heroes. Gonna occupy a lot of attention in the fight. Like I mentioned earlier, they don't actually have much burst damage from Namiga. Meager amounts of disable. It's only Kunkka and DK that have these things. And their ability to 100 to 0 a Lifestealer kind of difficult. And because they don't have much follow-up disable, it's quite easy for a hero like Weaver to scurry in, get infested, immediately time-lapse back. Not much that they can do about it from Namiga. Sure, you can X the Weaver afterwards, but Lifestealer escapes elsewhere and he's gone. Either way, you could, or you bring a Nyx Assassin nearby to occupy some space, buy time for the Lifestealer to get away. I like this, I like this, I like this. Namiga, what are we going for? Still Snake Lady, or are you gonna switch up for Razor? Is it still in the game? Morphling, alright. Okay. Oh snap, we need to make predictions about this. We need to make predictions. Oh my god. The last time I was playing God of War and I was playing so badly. Alright, so who is gonna make it? Remember, this is a best of 1, right? So there's only one opportunity. There is no second chances in the event that this ends up going south for you. So let me know, y'all, who is gonna get into the playoffs or into the upper bracket. Everyone's going to playoffs no matter what, but upper bracket versus lower bracket is a pretty big deal. So let's see how it goes. Make your predictions, y'all. We put it up 5 minutes. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you are backing in this situation. Here between Hydra and the side of Namiga Gaming. One single game and you're in the upper bracket. That's it. Just the one game. So do you back the Kiritich Morphling or the Dream Lifestealer One of his 3 favorite heroes, as the joke always goes, but pretty good on this hero. One of his better ones. One of his better ones. So here we go. Beastmaster leading the Hydra side. Kunkka leading the Mega. Who will lead the game? Let's find out together as we get going with game numero uno. Early smoke action that we see coming up here. Let's see. Do we have Russian broadcasters here today? We do. Alright. Let's go. Let's see how this action is going to be unfolding here. House Golden Dream. They are leading the charge middle to try and lay down some preemptive vision, but Nemiga responding quite well to this as well. They've already gotten out their Observe Ward, followed immediately by Lina planting hers, but nobody's been scouted. Zayat does get found out here on the western part of the map, but not much appetite to pursue him. They've only got potentially 1 disable. They didn't even level it on Kunkka, and Zayax has Impale, so literally no possible way for them to kill him. In the meantime, Muka, he's just doing a little bit of ring around the roses here with this Dragonite. Hollow riding at him, seeing what's up. Reminding him that it's possible that you might get your rune stolen away. Be careful. But looks like cooler heads will prevail. Everyone's going to back off. Nobody spotted each other's vision, so we are going to be having a very, very... I was about to use the word stale, but let's say static rather. Early game, but... Amiga looks like they're considering swapping around their lane configuration, but nope, they're not. Lifestealer goes back bottom. They go 2-2 on the trade. Actually going to be 3-1. They ended up picking one up. Muka makes good on his threat to just scurry in, steal away the rune. Ah, Irades, thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it. You are absolutely welcome. So in the game right now, Heaven here backing up the Chosen One on this DK. Very tanky duo in this offlane. Fortunately for Hydra, they do have access to this Lifestealer. So whilst Muka is distracting them as much as he can, confident in the knowledge that they lack a lot of disables, although they can pepper him down slowly but surely. Ultimately though, Dream should be the biggest beneficiary of this laning phase, at least on bottom. Erstwhile in the top lane, Blizzy, you know, just hanging out. Oh, down bottom, they end up bringing down Muka. Flies too close to the sun, it seems, on this Weaver, and gets punished for it. They had the sentry down, didn't scout it out the first time around, and ends up paying the price. It's going to be pretty nice for an Amiga. This top lane should be quite decent here for Kiritich as well. There's some degree of harass potential from the boars, but not that much. I mean, it is Morphling. And the boar slow doesn't really matter with the Photic Shield being nearby, so it's all good. Down bottom, Muka hoping to try and scout out where the sentry ward is. He does find it. We'll be able to get rid of it. Knows why he died, and will prevent it happening again, at least in the same fashion. Fairly somber early game. Just everyone going through the motions, hitting creeps. But Dream about to hit level 3. And that second point into Feast is going to start making the difference. For now, Muka is forced to regen him up, plops down the healing self. But that's why you buy the item. You know, you shouldn't play Dota 2 like it's an RPG where you just hoard these early regen items for, oh, what if I need it for that one big fight? Use them as soon as they become necessary. Using them is always cheaper than dying. Hey, haha, the 322 points. Oh, shout out R2. Thanks, OG. Thanks, OG. This game is just so quiet right now. We haven't taken a look at the mid lane. I will hope that the camera person moves in that direction soon. The one thing I do like about how they've set themselves up in this bottom lane is, towards the side of Nemiga, they've practically made themselves a fortress. It's really going to be hard to ever get to that tower and dish out damage. In the meantime, though, our Skull about to 1v1 Ironclad in the mid lane. Fairy Fire used out, waiting for the cooldown on the Dragon Slave. He's got it. He's got the damage, got the mana, got the kill. Our Skull with the 1v1 plays takes out the Kunkka in the mid lane. Muka does die at bottom at the same time, but my goodness. Gotta be feeling rough about this one if you're the Kunkka player right now. You're not really happy with yourself as Ironclad? I mean, these things do happen though. This is Lina in the mid lane. She is kind of absurd right now. So it is to be expected that she's going to do some insane stuff every now and then. Mid lane. Muka runs in. Little does he know there's already a sentry ward down. Scouts out his presence. However, that's not why he's here. He's here to shut out the Kunkka from any possibility of getting these water runes. Kunkka does have access to his bottle. It is full though. He just came back from the fountain, so it's not that big a deal. But it does allow Lina to play a bit more aggressively again. In the top lane, Blizzy being bullied quite hard against the Smurfling. Really struggling in the CS department. Kiritich more than doubling at this point. The CS, triple the CS. Triple the CS and double the denies that he has CS. My goodness, Kiritich soaking up everything in the top part of the map. Gonna be huge this game. And yeah, Morphling, this Morphling versus Lifestealer matchup is always so interesting. It really does come down to peaks and valleys. When and where to fight. And of course, how strong is the hero relative to the other on the map. But Lifestealer against Morphling, it is one of the few times where you can imagine that the meager amount of seconds you get stunned might actually lead to your death, and Kiritich might have gone too far forward. Does get the morph off in time though. Able to get himself away. Vanscore doesn't have a lot of mana, but the meager amount that he did have, still enough to keep Kiritich alive. Just wanted to use the salve. He's like, he's eating space in your inventory. I got you, I'll hook you up. Truly though, having a phenomenal time top. And keeping this Beastmaster out of being able to do anything. Because of these 2 kills for the Chosen One, he's at the top of the net worth at the moment. This Dragon Knight in a really good place. So yeah, why it might be the case that Blizzy's like, well, I'm doing decently enough, I'm level 4 right now. Eventually this DK gonna get reload in, or just show up, or just be able to pop R onto the tower down bottom, create a lot more space on the map than this Beastmaster can do right now before he gets his initial items going. And with the start that he's been given, doesn't need babysitting anymore. We see the IO vacating the lab, going elsewhere on the map to hang out with the rest of the team. We have a TP to our back by Vanscore just to come and assist Kiritich. Give him a pop of HP with the Mistcoil. Muka shows up middle. Might be able to snipe the courier while he's at it. And yep, he's got it. Bye-bye, courier. There's not enough damage to kill him either. He's fine. He's just A-okay. Scurries off with the Sakuchi. No punish available there for Ironclad. Ironclad is really struggling this game. 900 gold behind the Lina. Losing his courier. Having bounty runes sniped away from him. Water runes sniped away from him. Not enjoying life, really. And Vanscore might find himself having to enjoy death as Muka finds him here, gets the body blocks off, creates space for Zayax. Will he hit the Impale is the question. Yes, he does. With the Swarm Bugs to provide the vision, they get the damage out, and that is going to be that for the Abaddon. Kiritich, unconcerned, really just going to keep farming, but you know, a little bit of a positive sign here for the side of Hydra. Dream in a position right now where he's closing in on picking up the Smitus for himself. From that point, we vacate this part of the map. Looks like he's going to be going in for the long haul. Doesn't want to run the risk of running behind the Morphling. So it's not going to be a full fighting build from him. Who that's going to be getting some insurance with the Hand of Midas. Ends up losing the tower bottom though, because as we mentioned, it is DK. Got level 6 early because of a very good lane, so able to take down the tower. And Heaven is not that far away from having level 6 himself. In a couple of more minutes, we'll have Relocate online. It'll probably be when this DK wants to make a move anyway. Hopefully around the time that they have Blink Dagger. That would be so strong. And for now, Hydra isn't really applying much pressure on the map, really. They have situated 3 heroes to the top lane to try and push that tier 1 tower, but very easy for Namiga to respond there. In fact, they already have. And the one area of strength from this mid lane, this Lina right now is busy chasing the Dragon Knight inside the jungle. Oh, that's not her. Where's she at? Where is our Lina? Oh, she's farming triangle. Okay, I see. He needs BTs as well as the BKB. The BTs are coming in now. This will be a nice way to be able to counteract some of the positioning advantage they gain on the side of Namiga by using Relocate. If you can sort of have an idea of where the reload's coming, you can actually situate Lina fairly close by quite quickly. So Namiga, once they do have the 6 available, which they're about to grab now, won't necessarily be the easiest thing for them to guarantee the numbers advantage on the map. And because they have the 6, they're going to smoke up with a Baron. He's bought one, looking to find his teammates. 300 gold short of the Blink Dagger for the DK. Ah, so close. They would love to get this before they make a move, but the move is coming already. Both flying forward. They do catch Muka. Very easy kill. Ironclad in Heaven. Don't even need Relocate to be able to do that. Just burst them down, free gold in their coffers, and buying enough time so that they can get the Blink Dagger. And because they only use Ghost Ship, it's a minute cooldown. They're not that far away from being able to go again. Kiritich, in the meantime, going directly in for the E-Blade, recognizing that given the team's overall lack of disable, every moment the opponents are stunned, it's a second that he has to be outputting as much damage as humanly possible. So damage over time, you're not going to win that fight. Blow him up, or blow him up. Blizzy is finally been able to mount some degree of recovery, bringing in a small army to the top lane. However, Kiritich still quite strong right now. Does get targeted. They're committing all these spells onto him. He didn't get off the morph in time. No shift available. He ends up losing his life. Heaven comes in, but it's too late. Vansko already having the borrowed time popped. Gonna end up losing his life as well, it looks like. Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade, a couple of right clicks. Heaven tried to save him, but even with the tether, it ends up getting brought down. And Kiritich took a very, very aggressive posture, but wasn't ready with the shift in time to get himself out of trouble. Ends up dying because of it. And because of that, Hydra might be able to defend the tier 1 middle. Chosen One, sure, he finds the stun, but they don't have damage without the morphling, really. Both flying forward. Who's it going to catch? Nobody. Oh, catches off the Lina at the very end there, but Zayax, he doesn't get caught, so he can cancel out the TP of the Chosen One. The Dragon Knight, he's going to end up getting brought down. It's going to take him a while, because he's a beefy little dragon. But ultimately, they get what they came for. The death onto the DK, the defense of the tier 1 tower, and an opportunity to push for a tier 1 of their own. They're playing so well right now. This last like 90 seconds, it feels like they gained a massive confidence boost by the death of that morphling. And from there, they were like, all right, let's go. We can make stuff happen. Think about what they've gained in 2 minutes. Death on morphling, death on a Baron, usage of Relocate, failed usage, mind you, failed defensive usage at that. A tier 1 tower in the top lane, a tier 1 tower in the mid lane, progression on the morphling, on the lifestealer, excuse me, Kiritich, oh, steals away the LSA. Osgold will be able to LSA back, and not enough damage yet from Kiritich to 1v1 the Lina just yet. But she's that strong, in part because she has access to those Ogre Axe. And you know where she bought that from? Being able to kill Kiritich at tier 1 towers and such. Even this lifestealer really gained a lot out of this, and Xyx is underneath the Sentry Ward right now. Doesn't know that he's being trapped. He's gonna get jumped on by the Chosen One. The turnaround is there. At the same time, here comes Oscold. LSA connects onto Vanscore, but with the borrow time active, Lina thinks better of this move. Decides instead to back away. Let them have the tower if they so desire. We are in the process of trying to control their jungle. Oh, here comes a reload though. She stuck around too long. Oscold might end up paying the price for this one. Certainly will. A little bit too much patience, really. Thought there was more time available in that area than there actually was. And remember the stakes, y'all. The stakes. There's only one slot in the upper bracket. Can't afford any mistakes right now. It's actually funny that Muka and Dream, the two heroes on the map for Hydra that don't have stuns, are the two heroes that came across Io in such a vulnerable position. Speaking of that Weaver though, he's got himself a Spirit Vessel. And they're streaming into this Roshan pit. They have the Swarm Bugs, they have Lina TPing in, they've got the Lifestealer here. All of this being amplified by the Inner Beast Aura. They should be able to nab this. And of course, Xyx scouting out where the opponent is. They have no idea from the Mega. First Roche of the game goes the way of this Lina. Namiga Gaming, unfortunately, they couldn't even counter this by pushing in for the tier 2 tower down bottom. So they didn't really gain all that much from these last few moments. Woo! That's a bolt of lightning right there. Could y'all hear that? I literally like jumped up in my seat. That's how loud the lightning was, my god. Kiritich. Right now, just needs access to that Eagle Song to finish the E-Blade. Well, so Chosen One jumps onto Xyx. They end up blowing him up, but two heroes caught in the LSA with an additional heroes reloading in though. Oscold will easily be able to recognize when he's outnumbered, but Ironclad gets the vision. X dragged back with the boat as well. Do they have the damage to kill him? Yes, they do. They take away the first life. Dream and Muka all come in. The reinforcements are here, but it's too late. Everybody else is gone. Blizzy sees that there is a chance to use the Primal Roar on Vanscore, but unfortunately for him, there is a borrow time. Great move from Namiga, neutralizing this Aegis that just got picked up by Hydra. Suddenly the balance of the game is turned on its head once more. And in all this time, they've been farming away with the Kunkka as well. I think this is a game you need like Daedalus after you get this BKB. You need just like an absurd amount of burst damage. I don't want to see like... Maybe I might accept a Silver Edge, but I really want to see a Daedalus. I don't want no halberds, no blinks, no ags, none of that. None of that. Just damage. Just damage. Raw damage. Baron will buy another smoke here. Got the boat back online. Reload about to be ready. 10 more seconds at this point practically, but that might not have those seconds. Is Lina trying to TP top onto the Ancient Black Dragon of the Beastmaster. Unable to get there in time, however, so will be forced away. Turn into a bit of a farm fest, but Namiga are very happy for this becoming a farm fest right now. Also, remember how tanky their heroes are. The longer this game goes, the more they can buttress that. Complicate life for the side of Hydra to kill them. And Hydra has heroes that just stay squishy the whole game. Lina can get there. Like, just... Not, she can never really become, like, survivable, but she can become somewhat competent in that department. So can Weaver in some situations, but it's very difficult when you have to be focusing on other items to increase your team fight capabilities. Namiga come across Hydra in the smoke. Chosen One won't be able to blink out onto anybody. The Hawk here from the Beastmaster revealing all. Blizzy advises his team that it's best to smoke up and just retreat. He covers their retreat by making sure they're not being chased. And they are being chased, but they have to beat a very long path here for the side of Namiga. Kiritich will port middle. Won't be able to come across anybody just yet. I'm sure he really wishes right now that he had the Beastmaster form, but nothing doing. They do have the scan though. That provides necessary context for them of where these heroes are for Hydra. But given that they're probably on the high ground and they're right, it seems a very ill-fated attempt to try and make the jump on them. Ah, remember when Eastern Europe used to be the bastion of just like run at you Dota? And now it's like literally the slowest and most deliberate region of them all? How times change, how times change. Van score. In here, in the mid lane. Poking and prodding with this team as they look towards the tier 1 tower. They will be able to claim it. Dragon form used very well there. And they retreat without too much difficulty from that point. Looks like Hydra though might want to copy them in this, pushing out this bottom lane with this lead now. They've occupied the entire dire triangle. Just sort of taking their time. What items are we waiting for though? One, the BKB on the Chosen One on the side of Namiga. Kunkka. Alright, Silver Edge, it's fine. I'll take it. Skadi, of course, for the Morphling, given he's playing against Lifestealers and such. Lifestealer also going for a Skadi, given he's playing against Morphlings and such. Afterwards, I imagine we see the Abyssal Blade coming out from him. Lincoln Sphere for Blizzy. I wouldn't be... it's a Lincolns with BKB. For Blizzy, sorry, for Osgold. I wouldn't be too upset seeing like a Blink Dagger on this hero. But I understand why you're going for the Lincoln Sphere. Trying to prevent the immediate burst down between the Kunkka and the Morphling. This way, if you can Lincolns off the Dragon Tail, you can always get off BKB. And you don't have to worry about the shotguns. Still though, it does feel a tad defensive in the build-up. Would also like to see more damage output from her as well. And a Blizzy. Man we missed, he's the one going for a Blink Dagger. Okay, great. I was going to comment that I would love to see a Blink Dagger on Blizzy. The same way that the Chosen One is playing his Dragon Knight, I think Blizzy should be playing the Beastmaster as well. And now, speaking of the way Chosen Knight is playing, will he find some prey here? He comes across the Lifestealer, they get him with the Dragon Tail stun, but immediately the LSA is there. Can they blow up the Lifestealer in time? No, they cannot. Outscored. Pops BKB, provides the distraction, and the Ancient Granite Golem will carry away some precious cargo. Ironclad runs forward with the BKB active. Zayax finds a beautiful stun. Chosen One will find himself a Photic Shield off the Primal Roar. The LSA with the Laguda Blade onto Morphling. They got the kill on the high ground. Heaven went in to try and save him, but it only serves up a double kill. Yule Scepter now going to be setting up Ironclad for another death here. Does end up at the very least watching Vanscourt die first, but there is no consolation for dying with him. Brought down by Muka. It's a double kill for the Weaver. And Namiga, they thought they had that fight, but the LSA catching the Kunkka and the Morphling together, huge disaster on the high ground, asking to be hit by this Osgold Lina, and Osgold will deliver. If this game ends and they win on the side of Hydra, it's fights like that. Legitimately, fights like that will change everything. The way they were able to set themselves up, escaping with the Lifestealer, baiting the Namiga into chasing them onto the high ground. They have these BKBs, but false sense of security for the Kunkka. He walks up thinking that he's completely safe, but as soon as the BKB ends, that's when the LSA hits him. And Morphling just waveformed in. Cascade of disasters, and yet again Morphling gets caught with his pants down a little bit. Wasn't morphing up into the strength at that moment. Had very high agi and pays for it with his life. Still though, the game isn't over for them. They still control 2 tier 2s. Well, it's probably going to be 1 soon because it looks like Hydra very much setting up to secure the top tier 2 tower. They've already taken the outpost. However, they haven't been able to secure the Roche. It hasn't respawned yet. 30 seconds until the big man is alive. We'll be giving away Aegis as well as a shard. Namiga certainly cannot afford to let either go. Especially when they have some decent shards for holding the game themselves. They have access to the Kunkka tidal wave. They can decide to give Morphling the adapter strike with the multi-shot, given that he's playing the shotgun build. Or of course it could be DK getting the fireball. Kind of a mimi, you know, it's kind of gimmicky, but it is what it is. Either way though, they need the Aegis. They need this Aegis on Kittitich ASAP. Also, he's had his progress towards the Skadi drastically curtailed by the recent series of events. Has the full SNY, but really wants the Skadi, especially with Lifestealer about to finish it himself. The Eye of Skadi being in his reach well before it's in the reach of his opponent can make a huge difference. On Blow, Blizzy loses a courier, so no dive bomb Hawk for you. He had bought the Aghanim shot, it gets taken out. Alright, that's kind of nice. Oh, Morphling on the high ground, finds Zayax. Woof! What Zayax? What happened? He steals the Lifestealer form, but Lifestealer is keen to reveal the Eye of Skadi here. Ready to fight, so Beastmaster get the Primal Roar out on. No, no, not again! Morphling! Morphling yet again on high agi, caught with Primal Roar, bursted down. Osgold won't be able to stop the reload attempt out, I don't think, with the help of Zayax. Now he's fine. Can't stop the TP attempt either from the Chosen One, but the damage! It goes through to the fountain, it kills him anyway. Oh, and yet again, the Morphling, he steals the Lifestealer form, waveforms to the high ground. He knows the Beastmaster's in front of him, but he doesn't start morphing, and he dies instead. Oh god, what a disaster. What an absolute disaster. Aegis given away. They give the Aghanim shot to Lifestealer to get the open wounds going. Crazy strong spell. Even stronger when you're going to have this against Morphling. Even if he has now the super high strength, if he finally starts morphing, it won't really matter. Percent-based damage, baby. Gonna be crazy. Vansko finds himself getting caught. First usage of open wounds just to zone back Namiga. They cannot defend their tier 2 any longer. The tower will go down. And Namiga struggling right now. And unfortunately, because they picked this up bad in IO, we spoke about this, right? About what will happen in the middle of a fight when the hero that's supposed to keep alive, the Morphling, dies. These both seem so useless afterwards. They're just like, well, now what? Like, Relocate's gonna get us out, but our entire purpose is making sure Kittitich is unstoppable. And if he's dead, then we have no purpose. And the same isn't really true for the side of Hydra. We've seen Zayax set up a bevy of impale stuns in this game. Might be setting up to do so again. He's also found a lot of vision for his team, and indeed, there's another impale setup. He's got this going for his team. Quick kill, there's no borrow time, but soon there'll be a Silver Edge anyway for the Lina, so they can still get that kill. And soon there'll also be Muka having access to a full Aghanim Scepter. So he's already been providing some offensive prowess in this game, but the defensive aspect coming into vogue as well. Just can do things a bad and IO cannot. Tosses a Fade Grenade at him, lol. Bottom. Dream versus Kittitich, but it's just a reload away. They are fully aware that right now, Dream stands alone at the top of the totem. Definitely the strongest hero on the map right now. And indeed, building into that Abyssal Blade we discussed earlier. Osgold is going to hit so hard when this Daedalus comes off. The Silver Edge comes out, excuse me. Also a Titan Sliverer, that's nice. Couldn't a Lifestealer use that? It would be amazing if they found one for Namiga. Gave it to the Morphling. Definitely one of the better heroes to carry that item. But I hope they're going to give it to Dream here. What's he got? Alright, just going to pick up SNY. There we go. There's the Titan Sliver. Time to go and make a move. See who they find trying to push out this bottom lane. Amiga are being somewhat disciplined about this. Sitting on the high ground very, very carefully. Not sending anybody out further than just a couple of steps down. Vansco's the one that gets sent out, but really horrible target, you know. Has the borrowed time. They'll use him up. They should have enough to be able to save him. Forced off away. Chosen one actually jumps back in. They blow up Zayax. Okay, flying too close to the sun there for the side of Hydra. And Amiga, a very good move from them. Good discipline with the Abaddon plays. Ends up keeping things at least under wraps. If not necessarily in good position. But it's under wraps. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Hydra. Still have only a minute at this point now. Left to this Aegis. How are they going to try and use it? Oscold goes aggressively in with the LSA. Catches Kiritich out with this, but he's just buying time for Dream to just start smacking and thwacking onto the tier 3 tower down bottom. They finally get wise to his tricks. Will rage himself away. And that might just be that for now. Dream, I think, was looking for a taxi. Got abandoned instead. Feels bad. 1-star review on Uber. Thank you very much. They're going to relocate bottom, or top rather, just to keep farming. Trying to eke out every advantage possible. As long as they haven't lost the racks just yet, there's still hope. But Oscold, oh no, they found Io. Oscold, the Silver Edge, he shows up to the top lane. Oh no, we have to see that one again. Oh no. Oh no. All right. So here they are. Everything's fine so far. You know, they're not hating life. They almost got gone on middle. What a read from Oscold. I just want to know, did he go there before or after they went in with the relocate? I want to see how hard he read them. All right, let's see. So they force away Dream. And then who goes first? Who goes first? That's the question. That's the question. Because this might have been the sickest read of all time from Oscold. The reload came first. The reload came first. All right. The reload came first, and then he shows up. Oof. Big plays. Big plays. Yeah. And yet again, no attribute shift. Morphling. What's happening, bro? What's happening, Kiritich? This is not what we're trying to see. This is not what we're trying to see from our Morphling players, but certainly what you're trying to see if you're a Hydra fan right now. Osco definitely putting his team in pole position. They just need to get this over the finish line, take the dub, and move on into the upper bracket, where they have the distinct player playing against Entity, who went undefeated in the group. That sounds like fun. In the meantime, for now, Lifestealer is down bottom. Open wounds out onto Ironclad, forced off away. Aphotic Shield, unfortunately, does not dispel this. Kinda sucks. They take away the tier 3 tower. With this Ancient Black Dragon dropping some fire as well. And Oscold being the turret that they need. The range racks also soon to follow. And not just that, the melee are in jeopardy. They don't have Morphling, so they don't have damage. They can't fight this. They just have to see the lane of racks, give it up for nothing, and hope against all hope that somehow they can wind up defending on the next go around, defending the high grounds. Now that the Morphling is alive, but oof, gonna be an uphill climb. He's saving money for buyback. But there's always a conundrum when you're in a losing situation. You can sense that you're too weak to fight. One item would really make a difference. However, you also need to save for buyback. And if you get that one item and die anyway, then the game automatically ends anyway. Ah, no tip, R2. No tip. No tip at all. Reported even on the platform. And Morphling, okay, makes the decision to go for the Skadi. Takes it in a stride and says, well, even if I buy back and I have no damage, it doesn't seem to matter. So this is the last fight. The Hail Mary. If this works, they are still in the game. If not, it's probably GG. They pop a scan. Oh, they're about to walk directly into it. Zayak scouts them out, breaks the smoke onto 3. Does get jumped on here. Torrents do emerge here from Ironcrad. Will they get jumped on back? Lifestealer looking towards this Conquer and the damage and the right clicks. Primal Roar, though, they go directly onto Morphling. This time, though, he got off the attribute shift. They can't kill him in time. He is still alive. Waveform's back with the Dragon Tail stun back onto Blizzy. They have the right click damage to try and mince down the Beastmaster, and they do. He goes down. In the meantime, Kiritich has to run away as Ironcrad gets ran down by Dream. Kiritich, oh, now there's help from the Chosen One who goes onto this Weaver. Weaver immediately brought down, but now Kiritich might be too far forward. Steals away the Lifestealer form, goes into the Rage. Can he get away to safety? Morphing for all of his worth, trying to stay alive for all of his worth. E-Blades himself, they can't keep attacking him. Unfortunately, Chosen One doesn't have that luxury. Outside of the base, stunned up by Zayax, brought down by Muka. No buyback for him, no buyback for the Kunkka. And with these two heroes gone and not enough damage on this Morphling, there might be no chances left for Namiga. They're looking for the tier 4s. They're looking for the Jugular. They're looking for the W. They're trying one more time. Kiritich jumps in, blows up this Weaver. Oh, this next assassin. No buyback available there, but at the same time, Heaven taken out by Dream. Lifestealer. Can he keep Osgold alive by right-clicking Kiritich? Kiritich doesn't seem to need any help, though, because he gets taken down alone. Osgold is like, it's all fine, it's all good, I've got this. I've got the game. It's GG, well played, Namiga. Throw in the towel and we'll give Hydra game number 1. As we have our final upper bracket player. Hydra has done it. Namiga Gaming could not crack it. They're down to the lower bracket. They're already facing elimination. But Hydra, they get to play in the realm of the big boys in a game against Namiga later today. Woo! Woof! 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 Damn. Alright. Namiga, y'all. Listen. I think there actually were opportunities for them to win this game. I think what went wrong primarily... Lifestealer died... Not Lifestealer. Morphling died too often. In the sense that... they got to this point in the game where they couldn't actually do anything. And you never want to be at that point where your team as a team can't do anything, right? Where the heroes, they could jump. They also had a distinct vision disadvantage. Like, think about it. You're playing into Beastmaster, Weaver, and Nyx Assassin. That's a lot of vision you're going to be on the back foot of. You have a Bat and Io. These are not heroes that buy you vision on the map. Nor a DK, nor a Kunkka, nor Morphling. These are heroes that can take advantage of vision, but certainly aren't going to buy it for you necessarily. So the game just feels very difficult for them to do anything on the map. I mean, compare and contrast how often they smoked and nothing happened for them, versus how often Hydra would just walk up, one hero's invis, or they have a 2-hero smoke, find something, and they can kill those heroes very quickly. Namiga just couldn't crack it with this draft. And because of that, they find themselves dropping down to the lower bracket. We'll see, though, how their journey emerges and continues from there. But Hydra, now they get a little bit of rest, but they have to play Entity in like 3 hours, dude. That is certainly not easy. Certainly not easy. But we're not done for the day. We're not done for the day. We're going to do at least one more series where we have ourselves coming up now. Side of Navi taking on Windstrike. That is going to be a fun one. It's a best of 3 this time around because we're already in the upper bracket. People are already trying to get their moolah. They're already in the money. And a victory here for the next teams playing. Think about it this way, right? If you're in the upper bracket, guaranteed top 8. Not guaranteed top 8. You have to still win at least one game. But if you win at least one game, guaranteed top 8. If you win 2 games, then like guaranteed top 4. If you win 3 games, guaranteed top 3. You know, yeah, it's a good time. So make sure that you win as many games as possible. Those of you that are here, if you haven't already, please make sure to follow the channel. Show some love to your boy who's back, who's returned after a pretty long hiatus, but I'm really excited to be back. I'm excited to be out here. And I think the next game's already gone live. Oh yeah, it has. Sweet, awesome. So our break will not be that long. It won't be that long. We're gonna be back in a little bit, and when we return, Navi taking on Windstrike, upper bracket of the D2CL Season 7. It's your boy Snare. Make sure you're following the channel. If you have the ability, make sure that you're subscribed as well here on Twitch, or you can become a patron. You'll see it come up right in the about section, or you can make a young one-time donation. Any and all help is appreciated. That's the only way the channel functions, really, at this point in time. Don't have corporate sponsors just yet, although, yo, I'm perfectly willing to sell out. I'm kidding. Anyway, see y'all soon for some more Dota. BO1 is done. BO3s begin soon. D2CL Season 7. See you now.
when I'm killing oil, boy.
much team fight from the side of IG, and they're gonna use it. They're going in. They find the Razor. Global already used. They get the catch on the higher ground. Will they be able to find this fight? JT finds the Ravage. Catches both Drow and the Razor. Ori's gone. Poyoyo is gonna join him.
With this Roche. Oh, what? Wait, hold up. Echo Slam, baby, gets dropped down. It allows them to not only get kills, bring down flyby, but now Roshan is potentially open for them, and they actually get the kill onto the Drow Ranger also. He has a bad time, but now he's about to find the stun. He's about to find the stun, the perfect, the victory, and tournament qualification. Billy D has done it. Clean sweep on the reverse bracket. Oh my gosh, what a launcher coming in. Go, will he get this? Oh, he needs to end this out, and it's gonna be enough.
Count it in.
Look at the briefcase, and there's the anchor smash. Baby 3-piece is still alive, hasn't died just yet. And now suddenly, Vansco realizes that he has to turn tail and run. Get out of here, my friend. Run as fast as you can. But Baby 3-piece closing in, finds the gush. Echo Stomp puts Vansco in the dirt.
You say yes, you go spend time with these people, but when you're there, your mind is not fully there. You know, you're still actually making content. You're hustling in your mind. You're like, or somebody says something.
Nah, like, it's impossible for me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back here to the Mzansi Esports League. This is yet another edition. We're out now to week number 7. Woo! It's been a wild ride coming all this way.
DY soul bind onto the high ground. They catch Poyoyo as well. DY is gone. Fly able to kill Poyoyo this time around. Old 11 activates his own BKB with JT getting brought down as a result, and there's gonna be the 3-hero Ravage. But do they get these heroes killed? Only Kaka dies for now. Aether Remnant not gonna be there to catch Old 11. Instead, the Hex from PYW goes on to Fly.
There, where the idea is definitely good, but it's just not fast enough to come out. So now he's staring down the barrel of elimination.
No matter what they end up picking for themselves now in the mid lane, they're always going to be at risk of just getting, alright, you jump a target, fine, there's still a save. Sure, it is a Puck, but now Puck has to be able to reach the Shadow Demon every single fight. Otherwise, they pretty much don't have a chance to get these kills.
Defensive. Oh, he's through. Is it going to be a goal? No. Defended by the goalkeeper, blocked away, and it's deflected, but the danger's not over. He comes back again, and what a strike by Nani.
That last year, not only was it the first time that Sunny and Javi faced off, right? Javi is very well known at this point for his poison. He wasn't there, and he whipped out the poison specifically to beat Sunny with it.
Unknown? Unknown? Oh. Dies in fountain. What up? What's up? What's cracking? What's good? We are back. We have returned. We're going to be continuing with the Dota 2 Champions League today, going up into the upper bracket now. So playoffs immediately getting going. We already have 4 teams awaiting challenges in the lower bracket, and 4 teams are going to be giving them that challenge tomorrow. To determine who those 4 teams are, I'm going to need 4 best of 3s. Obviously, I'm not going to be casting all of them. That would be a bit much. We're definitely doing this one, and we'll see what our energy looks like for the day. But we're starting with Navi versus the side of Windstrike. Navi, fresh off of, you know, how do we phrase this? What's the correct word for this? Disappointment, I suppose, would probably be the right word. Deep disappointment, not being able to make it to the regional finals, but nonetheless, they are here, they're competing, they're going to be trying to get better as a squad, see how far they can get. For the other side, Windstrike, a team that feels like it's constantly in rebuild. Like, yeah, Windstrike is one of the more confusing teams to watch in recent Dota history. Let's see how these 2 squads fare, though, because we have ourselves a draft. Let's look at it, let's see what we have, and let's determine who's going to be going in with their 1-game advantage, or who falters already. Let's do it. Game 1. Let's go. So here we go. Game numero 1. Navi versus the side of Windstrike. All right. Who's got this one, y'all? Who's got this one? Let me know what you think. We're going to be opening up the prediction a little bit early here, so I don't forget about it. So which teams we have? Navi and Windstrike. The thing I love about Dota right now is it's there's no denying that the patch is stale, right? There's no getting around it. However, there's also no denying that Dota people are fairly innovative, even under conditions where things get stale like that. So I am still expecting teams to do an amazing job. Oh gosh, I canceled the prediction instead of starting it. That was very smart of you, Sean. All these teams are going to be doing a good job of trying to ensure that they have perfected the particular style of play as it is now before the patch changes, because it does help to be, you can't prepare for the patch, you don't know what's coming, but you can make sure that you're as warm as possible so that you can hit the ground running. The worst thing you want is for a new patch to hit and then you still have to spend time getting good as a team and still figuring out the patch simultaneously. You'd prefer it to be under conditions where all you have to do is worry about the patch and you're already in a good stead as a team overall. So Navi, they're on Radiant side. Windstrike on Dire. Windstrike had the first pick, which they blew up on the Queen of Pain. Feels like this trio of mid laners, Quap, Lina, Puck, sometimes Void Spirit. I'm looking forward to some changes. Let's just put it that way. Windstrike though will definitely play this a lot more aggressively than I thought they would, because they see Navi going for this Weaver or Baron. When Navi play Weaver, they've often played it for V-Tune instead of trying to go for this as a support hero. So this could be their lane in the top actually, or in the bottom rather. Love this Night Stalker pick though. So aggressive, and it's so great. It actually by itself might convince them to play Weaver as a support instead. When you're playing core Weaver and you get jumped on by this Night Stalker, it's just such a pitiable experience. Unless you've got like BKB at the trigger finger, nothing you can do about this Night Stalker with the crippling fear. Same is true of this Invoker. Presumably does intend to buy BKB for this game, so I'm expecting that no one provides himself safety in that way. At the same time, in the earlier portion of the game, you get jumped on, crippling fear, sonic wave, magic damage from Queen of Pain, you die every single time. Now they have Bane as well to lock you down for even longer, make sure there's no escape. A bit risky to pick the Bane into a Baron, and presumably into a support Weaver. Eventually, if he gets Aghanim Scepter, you make Fiend's Grip and all of Bane's associated spells 100% useless. But still, it's not entirely sure whether or not the Weaver is indeed going to be playing in that support role. I think he is. Feels like a dangerous game to play core Weaver in. Ice Paths. I mean, you can Aphotic Shield one spell as the Bane, but you can't keep track of everything. They do, though, return some aggression in the opposite direction, too. Bringing in the Beastmaster. Love the combo with the Invoker. I presume now that they're going to be playing this Exort Invoker, which I've been seeing a lot more of lately than I used to for a very long time. But now they have that capability. Now I'm almost certain it's support Weaver with this Beastmaster as well. They've got some aggressive potential between the two of them playing down bottom. Or up top. They're playing Radiant, dude. Relax. Yeah. Either way, they can play together in that capacity. Swarm Bugs with the Beastmaster army can do a real number on enemy heroes, can do a number on Roshan. The Weaver can go scout, Beastmaster can go scout. Suddenly you've got more vision, and we saw in the previous game how important vision control can be in the game right now. And of course, in a Beast Aura plus Alacrity onto one singular target, they have the potential right now to make sure the V-Tune hero gets extremely jacked. It's not going to be Luna, that's banned. Could be Monkey King. Could be the Medusa. PA gets banned out now. What does Windstrike need? Windstrike also need a hero to occupy the safe lane. The question is which hero? The question is which hero? Naga gets removed. I'm not sure they want Lifestealer in the same situation. Spectre is kind of iffy in the game right now, although it'd be very nice to get quickly onto Invoker and have some follow-up with Night Stalker. I'm not sure if they want to buttress their team fight or if they just want to go for one huge damage dealer. I could stand to see a Morphling from them. Just by playing into the Invoker, I think it's fine. Drow. Psycho Dota. Drow is not too crazy. They don't have that much closed down from the side of Navi just yet. So I could see them potentially going for a Drow. Although I think Navi is a bit more likely to pick Drow because they have Invoker Weaver. That being said, they're also playing into Night Stalker. Oh, hey, good shot, good shot, good shot, good shot, good shot. Drow gets banned. Invoker Weaver, a lot of additional damage that would happen with the Drow being in tow. And you have Inner Beast Aura, and it's the kind of hero you'd love to give Alacrity to. I'm a bit concerned playing the Drow into Night Stalker Bane, but Navi's still like, nah. We're not going to have that in the game because Windstrike has banned it away, so we got to think about something else. They have the last pick though, so they have a little bit more time to make that consideration.
Very wise.
They banned the Medusa on the side of Navi. And it's an Ursa. Alright. So they're going to pick an active carry instead from the side of Windstrike. We don't often see this hero build Battle Furies anymore, so it's much more active than he used to be. I'm expecting for this game, what? Diffusal SNY? Then you just run at people? Maybe just Diffusal straight BKB. We'll see what the Huck opts for, but I would be... Actually, maybe a Blink Dagger. Diffusal Blink. Having Nightstalk or Co-op, having a Blink Dagger would be beautiful in the game like this. On the side of Navi, what are they going to end the draft with here? Let's see. What's tempting but feels like a mistake? Feels like Razor might be a mistake. I want some big damage. There's no Medusa. There's no Naga. I can still see Morphling, really. It can be a bit iffy, but you buy BKB super early. I want something that buys BKB. I don't want to see Gyro. I've seen like Gyro Baron. I don't think it's as good as like Gyro. I've seen Ember safe lane as well, which is not the worst thing in the world in a game like this. Troll. Okay. Yeah, Psycho, very difficult pick. Very difficult pick. Because the hero has to be able to accomplish a lot at once, right? Needs to be able to fight effectively. You need to be able to dish out some degree of tower push. You need to be a hero that would, in a good case scenario, take Alacrity and become super strong with it. You need to be a Roshan carrier because they need to be able to contest for Rosh super early. You need to be able to contest Rosh, fight around the Roshan pit. You need to buy an early BKB. Fortunately, Troll fits most of those boxes. Unfortunately, the matchup into Ursa, this is always a peculiar one. It's one of those that like feels like a runaway effect for... It's one of those unfair matchups, right? Where it feels like Ursa can run away with the matchup completely, away from you. But it feels like even if you're very far ahead of Ursa, it doesn't feel like you can completely stomp him in that same way. Unless you're like just the whole team is stomping, but... It does feel like there's a small asymmetry between the two heroes. Nonetheless, there is Invoker, can make you a lot stronger. There is a Weaver, can add some negative armor with the bugs. There is Inner Beast Aura with the Beastmaster, more chances to end up proccing with the net. There's a lot of damage scaling that you have. Solo's there to keep you alive. If I'm looking at the enemy team, they have Burst, but their Burst is going to require Sonic Wave against you to kill you. They can't kill you with Grip because your Solo's there. So every time they kill you, they probably have to commit Sonic Wave, which means that you're probably okay with it if it happens. Your team can play for a while still on the map. And also, it's one of the better heroes to play with Abaddon as a carry. If you prop the Battle Rage, Abaddon has a very easy time keeping you alive under those conditions. Like, it's probably one of the easier times that he has. Oof. But the question is it going to do the justice? Is it going to do the justice? Young Rich, Musical Rich, the main man himself. What's up, old boy? How's it going, G? How's it going? It's good to see you. Good to see you, fam. This person right here, y'all, this man right here is one of the realest people you'll ever meet. One of the realest, one of the greatest people. In fact, there's a 0% chance that we are where we are without him. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. And thank you, fam. Thank you, fam. I really appreciate it. All right, y'all. I've been talking about those drafts. Let me know what you think. Prediction time. Prediction time. Predictions are open. They've been open for a bit. So make them quickly before the teams really get stuck into it. Let me know if you think this Ursa has what it takes to overrun this troll. I personally, I've been giving this Invoker here a lot of stick for a while. I still don't think it's the greatest, but I've had my mind changed that it's not trash. I prefer the Windstrike draft.
30 seconds to battle.
But I feel more comfortable seeing the Navi players on these heroes, if that makes sense. There's a lot of comfort picks here. The No One Invoker is a really big comfort pick. Aloha Dance on the Weaver played like half the season on this little bug. Solo or Baron, you know. You've got the offlane General Beastmaster. Are you kidding me? And V-Tune Troll. We don't have that much time to talk because we're already in the game. Let's go. Got some action. Contestation over these early bounty runes. But it's a contest that nobody ends up winning. Just going to be a 2-2 trade regardless. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game. Griffin X thinks Navi. Psycho thinks LOL has some hype. Yo, don't tell me, y'all. Put your channel points on the line. Put your virtual money where your mouths are. Let me know that like that. Who you think is really going to walk away with this dub. As a, like, if the dub comes, this is probably going to be the most important lane for them. Dahak, I mean, in some respects, you might imagine that, you know, look, they're playing with Night Stalker. We've all seen those games where Night Stalker starts off poorly and falls off and doesn't recover. But I don't think there's any space on this map for an underperforming Ursa. Fortunately for them, it's fairly difficult with this Jakiro being in tow to apply maximum pressure on that lane. But we'll need to observe it very closely. Down bottom, V-Tune on his troll. Being backed up by Solo here. The two of them are going to do some pressure out onto this Night Stalker. Noticed it been put on notice. Needs to be a little bit careful about how he moves around here. Last thing you want is to concede an early death. Last thing you want. You know, this Windstrike team, Dahak and Soneko have been on many a side in Eastern Europe. Many a side. I'm hoping that for once, you know, bringing in some relatively unknown names, that this actually works out for them. But now though, noticed, really being pushed underneath the tier 1 tower, unable to express himself in the lane. You kind of expect this against the troll with the Abaddon. Lots of harass potential against the melee lane. Ultimately though, he'll still get his levels. And if he plays carefully enough, he shouldn't really die on this side of the map. Especially once they get level 2 on Bane and you've got Nightmare, which he just picks up now. There's a 0% chance you should ever lose your life on this side of the map. But he's already procced on Nightmare a little bit further away from the tower. But Troll not going to run in on the tier 1. In the meantime, this mid lane is right now going in favor of this Invoker. What I've been seeing of late is that these Invokers have been winning the matchup. At least for the early levels, you know, it's Queen of Pain. These heroes like Queen of Pain, Shadow Fiend, things are fine at the beginning, then they get level 5 and everything is wonky. The Joker for now. What's he farming towards? He's going for early Midas. I'm not sure just yet. Down bottom, notice, doesn't have any allies nearby. And the 0% chance that he's going to die turns into 100%. Because if you're all alone and you're that far forward, absolutely they run you down. They will be able to take out the Night Stalker. First blood drawn here for Navi. And worst case scenario, it's V-Tune that draws that first blood. So he's the one that gets the extra gold for it. Oops. My bad. My bad. Wrong button. Lol. So Neko. Doing his best to just make sure Dahak has as much space as he can, and his best is definitely good enough. Dahak, CS leader at present. He has a difficult decision to make. I was mentioning in the game that he might want to go for like a diffusal-orientated build. But now that he knows he's playing against Troll, he knows this Troll's going to go Battle Fury and scale super late into the game. So he might be forced to do it himself if he doesn't feel his team can play fast enough to take advantage of the Valley and power while he's at his peak with a different item build. This is a time where team communication must come in. It doesn't help that this Night Stalker already died, and well, with Seneko also dying here in the top lane, yeah, you might as well start thinking about this Battle Fury now and say, yeah, boys, we're not looking so hard, are we? We're losing this mid lane. We're having a rough time in this bottom side of the map. We just lost to Jack top. Things are not easy. The real quandary is that Notice just can't get himself farming. And I was speaking earlier about those kind of Night Stalker games where you really struggle to get a foot into the game. Unfortunately, this Bane has had duties. He needs to stack up these camps. Okay, with those stacks of Ancients, I'm very sure they're going to go Battle Fury on Ursa. This will not be a fighting bear. It's going to be a farming bear. Because they need to do that continually, it does mean that there's more and more time that Night Stalker is all alone down on bottom, and that reflects in his CS numbers right now. Still, though, he's playing carefully enough that he's still getting some degree of experience. It's not so bad. As we look at middle, no one still very close to Laurel here on the Queen of Pain. Are about to get level 6 on Laurel, and in fact, they're going to make this jump onto the Invoker. Soneko showed up. They don't have the level 6 just yet. The Laurel, no Sonic Wave, so when Solo shows in, they don't really have the ability to keep the chase going onto the Invoker. In fact, they're going to turn this into a potential kill onto the Jakiro. The usage of the Cold Snap with some damage almost killed him. And note the turnaround Solo, if Foddick shield onto himself, he stays alive. Not going to end up getting brought down. Tornado thrown forward onto Soneko with the burn from the EMP. 6 heroes occupy this middle part of the map. But somehow, with all these spells being used, all these TPs being forced, nobody actually dies. Lol. No one has the full Urn of Shadows though. Would have loved for somebody to die in that fray. Unfortunately, peace will prevail at the end. But yet again, because Force Major was forced middle, Noticed was alone down bottom in a situation where he simply cannot contest any longer. He's 2 levels behind the Troll. The Troll is like very strong right now, so can't really face him heads up even in this early nighttime. And this early nighttime, Navi gonna try utilize it to dive onto Soneko, but here comes the Bane Elemental, forced yet again elsewhere on the map. Soneko doesn't die just yet, will get taken out by the Tornado. EMP burns onto Dahak with the usage of the Cold Snap. The bear has no options, gets taken down. Force Major trying to run himself away, juke back onto the Invoker. They don't have the reveal. No one. Finally, they will come down the sentry, but it's too late. Force Major is going to be the one that gets taken out instead. It's a double kill for the Invoker. Law has no choice but to simply blink away. And that's going to be Navi mopping up 3 in the top lane, getting no one his earn charges, and getting a ton of net worth for this Invoker, leading to him being at the top of the net worth, at the very least second, now that he takes out the tier 1. But crucially, he's just gotten full power trades, getting very, very strong on the map right now. Unless this is for a Midas. Okay, it's for a Midas. Yeah, never mind. Never mind, I'm gonna buy Midas. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Linamar, you think easy 2-0 for Navi? I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if you saw right after the draft when we were talking about the teams, that I like Navi players on these heroes a lot. And I think we're seeing that, like, their ease of execution, they're honestly making it look effortless right now. Windstrike are having a lot of difficulty, and in large part is because some of this game is going to be locked behind Notice. Only now cracked level 6, but nowhere near picking up any items. Both Force Major and Soneko have spent a lot of time just having to respond to crises. Haven't been able to make anything proactive happen on the map. And Dahak, he's so far away from any kind of item. He's actually going to dip back for the defusal. Maybe realizes just how far away the Battle Fury would be. But then who's going to farm these Ancients? Might as well have just gifted it to V-Tune for now then. Rough game overall. Rough game overall. Still though, recovery is possible. It's not impossible. Just requires a lot of coordination between the squad here of Navi. And like Navi and Windstrike have to coordinate, right? Because Navi has to start throwing a little bit, and Windstrike have to be perfect with all the execution. They are pressing uncontested onto the tier 1 down bottom. Dahak is getting ran at by Aloha Dance, but that particular chase will result in nothing. The rest of the team, though, prepare to start putting pressure onto the mid tower. They're actually going to get a kill onto Soneko. Cold snap, baby. Good spell. Lol shows up, has access to the Sonic Wave, but Solo has the borrow time, so you can't use it onto him. Nightmare. They find this Weaver. Will they be able to kill him? No, look at this. The silence that came in from Solo allows him to give space to Aloha Dance to escape. And he almost killed Lol by himself. Curse of Avernus, good skill. Enabling Navi to get away with practical murder there. And they actually might just find Lol. Oh no, he blinked into the Invoker. He didn't know no one had not retreated. Cold Snap Tornado, easy drop down. It's going to be a heads up kill. Invoker, who just bought this Gloves of Haste, now is about to pick up the full hand of Midas. From killing heroes, about to kill buildings, it's all going swimmingly for the side of Navi.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Game is so hard right now. And Windstrike, because of the fact that this Night Stalker is so far behind, but so is Laurel. The Queen of Pain just doesn't have a way to get back into the game. And look at this, she's dead again. She literally just respawned. She's respawned, TP'd out, got tornadoed into a primal roar, and then she's just gone. Oh my goodness. How are you supposed to play a game when you're effectively playing at not even 4v5, 3v5 right now? Tornado thrown out again onto Soneko. They should have the easy kill here. Wow, this is... Woo! Woo! Yep. Soneko's taken out. Force Major. There's no help coming, buddy. There's no help coming, buddy. You can enfeeble all you want. Let's not even look. It's even cruel to look. It's cruel to look. It's cruel to look. There's no need to see violence like that. Oh my god. No one gonna try to find violence of his own, forcing Dahak back into the base. Dude, Dahak still has to find... Not even... It would be one thing if he was one item away from the defusal. Doesn't even have the second Blade of Alacrity here.
Top tower is under attack.
Laurel doesn't have power trades, level 8 right now. And I was worried about this. Like, when they were stacking these Ancients, I really thought for sure that because of those stacks, that Dahak was going to be trying to buy a Battle Fury. But if you're going for defusal, you'll never get to these stacks in time. They pretty much belong to Radiant side now. And V-Tune, when he feels like it, will mosey on over, clean them up. He'll wait until Solo's made him a quad stack or something. And there's nothing you can do. Notice has no farm. He's only halfway towards having Blink Dagger. Dahak still needs a lot more farm to get the defusal. Laurel is just having the worst game of his life on this Crop of Pain. Really struggling. Hey, Loki! What's up, OG? What's going on, fam? How's it going? Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. How's the year been? You see we're back in Dota, fam. This is my 2022 gift to y'all. Some doubts here on the channel. Alright, V-Tune has Battle Fury. If you don't take these stacks literally right now that are inside your jungle, they're gonna disappear. No one has Midas. How are they all so farmed right now? Law forced to run away solo against V-Tune. He has the maxed out blink though, so doesn't really have anything to fear. Yeah, and Night Stalker needs blink plus BKB at this point. Like, anybody who shows up just dies in front of these Navi heroes. They already started putting points now into the Exort so he can get the Alacrity going. Also, even if they solve their survivability problems for the side of Windstrike, where is their damage? It's literally Sonic Wave. That's their damage. Lol. Aloha Dan steals an Invis Rune. Able to get himself out of the time lapse just before it starts triggering. So he maintains the Invis, but they'll figure out that there is a rune here. Oh. Oh gosh, Laurel. Oof. They were hoping for the first hit in Snare. Doesn't end up happening. They get lucky. Did they clean out the Ancients? Yeah, thank God. Okay, they did. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. The Hawk almost has a Diffusal. But Navi almost has access to the Aegis. They're beating it down right now. D2 with the Alacrity. That is Alacrity with only one Orb of Exort and it's plus 58 damage. Seems a bit fair to me. I don't see an issue here. Yet again, Laurel. Woo! In a rough place. Force Major, though, doesn't have Blink, so undoubtedly will end up dying. No one doesn't want to have to use the Ice Wall here. It might be forced into the situation, though. They're really chasing this one. But now they've got him. Yep. Ice Wall gets used. It is what it is. Sucks, but you gotta do it. Aloha Dance. Mega kill streak for the Weaver there. And that is going to... What's he buying? Is that a... Young... Young Yulzi? Young Linky? Young Yulzi. I didn't see the start for Wizardry. Meantime, though, V2 just running down the tower. He's like, cool, boys. Doesn't need this game to go on for that much longer. 15 minutes in, 11-0, 9k gold lead, and Navi already thinking about going up onto the high ground here. Completely unconcerned with anything that Windstrike are doing. They got the BKB on Night Stalker, but to what end? Dark. Sunstrike will not tag him. He needs to TP out literally right now. Oh god. Oh god, the Hawk. Okay. I think he's gonna be fine. Oh no, he's not. General Smoke is gonna pop soon. Then he's gonna figure this out. Yeah, he knows he's here. He's got him. He's dead. Should have TP'd out, buddy. Should have TP'd out. Let's see. Primal Roar gonna be coming soon. Oh no, it's not, because here's the trap being laid out by Windstrike. Okay. Okay, I see you. Now they get the Fiend's Grip out onto no one as well. They show up with the Blink Dagger and the usage of the Crippling Fear. Law finds a 3-hero Sonic Wave. Time lapse back, though, will prevent Aloha Dance from ticking over. However, with Invoker and Beastmaster gone, they decide that they probably want to back away from this one. Signs of life being shown right now by Windstrike. They were laying low, backs against the wall. But that's when they were poised to strike as they strike back very, very hard, killing the 2 cores on the side of Navi. Navi, yet again revealing this blink. Oh, what a usage of the Yules from Aloha Dance. Buying time and space. Solo able to come in. Not gonna be a death, but the big deal about this is it's bought so much time. Preventing the building from actually being assaulted, preventing the Weaver from actually dying. This Yule Scepter, I'm not sure he even knew how useful it would be as soon as it arrived, but it's proven its value right now. Oh, on Discord, let me check, let's check. Ooh, shout out Danog. Shout out Danog. My man. Shout out Danog. Alright, thanks, my G. What a legend. Danog has just put us on the download, y'all. So make sure if you're here right now in chat, go click on Danog. Follow him, please. Do me the favor. Thank you very much. Please and thank you. And follow his Twitter. Pretty great guy. In the fight right now. Oh, V-Tune. Showing his strength on this Troll Warlord, activating, not even needing the Battletrons, just running forward with the melee form. Gets Alacrity onto him. 70 extra damage. Seems fair. Attacking the relay racks. How much easier will it be to get past him? It doesn't get easier when he's got a Aphotic Shield out the wazoo. Alacrities. There's inner beast auras making him hit faster. It's just impossible. And Windstrike still don't really have the damage. They got lucky in that fight down bottom because they found these heroes streaming in one by one, but when Navi presents a united front, it's practically impossible for Windstrike to break them. Shout out Daynog, thank you, and good luck, fam, with yours as well. Solo. Holy Locket practically complete here on the Sabaton. Oof, that is looking a bit scary. Feels terrifying, honestly. They're already struggling so much with their damage output on the side here of Windstrike. How much more intense does it get when Solo beefs it up? And how far away from the Ags are they? We didn't see the full Spirit Vessel being built by Weaver. Kind of redundant since they already had the Invoker in tow. Spreading the item responsibilities amongst themselves here. But I would like to see what this Weaver does go for. What's he got flying in? Probably just some vision, right? Oh, actually he's getting assaulted now. Okay, cool. So Medallion into Solar Crest, it seems, is going to be the play for him. They don't necessarily need more negative armor, but it's always nice. Look how far ahead this troll is. He's 3k up on the hero that has had a perfect game with a Midas. It's crazy. V-Tune. This is a carry hero's dream situation. 2-0-0. You've done building damage on the high ground. You've taken the racks out. You've barely been contested. Your team just keeping you up. Now you just have to wait for the next Ashes. By that time, you'll also have access to a BKB. And you slowly close this one out. Invoker also has BKB. Just got a gem as well to make sure the enemy has practically no vision. Whilst you are the team that has the heroes that provide vision advantage. Certainly Navi do not intend for this game to go on for that much longer. But Windstrike though, what options do they have to keep the game going? Notice is very far from having a BKB. He bought the Aghanim Shard. I mean, I guess makes sense. I understand he's having, we're talking about his survivability issues for the most part, so can understand why he opts for this at this point in time. And Navi not even going to wait for the Roshan. They're going now, dude. Who is going to be the target? The Hawk. This is not the hero they want to find first. Bit of a tough customer. Well, some easy prey will emerge in the lane up top. It's Soneko, but he's not really a target they want the most either, but they'll take it. Still for free. Whatever. He's got buyback though. Seems like he may be forced into using it. Maybe they'll just drop some fire onto this lane here with the Black Dragon. V2. Is that a double damage rune? Okay, no, it wasn't. How will they contest this? They're looking for the angle. Here comes the Night Stalker. Buyback in from the Jakiro. Bramble Roar onto NS. The Nightmare will save him for now. Huge Sonic Ray from Lol. Connects onto 4 heroes, but nobody dies at all. They activate the Battle Trance here from the Troll. Dahak, he cannot go anywhere. He gets taken out. They've already lost the Night Stalker as well, and they call it GG. Well played. Windstrike, throw in the towel, because now V are just too damn strong right now. The boys in yellow, in emphatic fashion, take game number 1. Damn, you don't see this every day. You don't see this every day on an official... Okay, let me rephrase that. You don't see this in the pro games. If you're in with me in my pubs, this scoreline will not be any surprise to you. The 14-2, but... Oof. This is a rough one. This is a rough one. Literally everything went wrong. So they couldn't get a good lane going for Laurel or Notice. The Hawk's lane was okay. It was fine. Got what he needed to, but wasn't able to progress in the mid game because Notice and Laurel couldn't do anything. And Ursa by himself can't do everything. You can't expect this to be the hero that starts the fights for you. He's not going to buy the first item Blink Dagger. He's not going to be the one that throws out the mass amounts of damage in the midst of the fight in an AoE fashion. He relies on his team to give him these attributes, but they just weren't there today. I mean, just look at the damage spread here for Windstrike. Law 11k, most of this coming from the... So I think he got like 1-4 Hero Sonic Wave, 1-3 Hero Sonic Wave, and another 2 Hero Sonic Wave. So just big Sonic Waves, but not really that much participation in killing heroes on the map. There's a reason why with this damage... I mean, compare and contrast this, right? No one dealt the same amount of damage. Okay? Law went 0-2-0. No one went 4-1-7. Sometimes it's not the amount of damage that you deal that's important, it's how effective that damage is. And Windstrike, they just didn't have effective damage this game, like at all. Just, oh gosh. The Notice lane especially, I think, went way too badly. The Queen of Pain lane should have gone better, but I think then the Night Stalker lane was the unforgivable one because you can't play Dota anymore. Like, think about how much time they had to spend just on their side of the map being like, well, you can't even smoke. Why bother? Why bother? You smoke into nothing. You're just gonna move, and then Navi has the vision advantage over you. They'll position Aloha Dance to face check, break the smoke, or solo. Neither of these heroes are easy to kill. The only time that we saw a sign of life from Windstrike was they laid this trap down bottom. That was kind of cool, right? That was nice with the Huck, but not enough of that at all. Not enough farm on the heroes, not enough in the laning phase. They also didn't have, like, you saw in the previous game that we saw between Hydra and Amiga. In Amiga, the team that lost, they could still fall back on heroes like Dragon Knight and say, well, we can't fight them right now. Let's at the very least force a tower push and force them to respond in some way. This is a fighting lineup. When you have fighting heroes and you're not able to fight anymore, the game pretty much signs itself out. Sadly, that is going to be Windstrike giving up the ghost in game 1. However, fortunately for us, there's still more to come. It's a best of 3 whole games. So let's see if Navi is going to be sweeping them 2-0, or if Windstrike have what it takes to at least come back and make it a young 1-1 affair. The way it's looking though, woo! Navi, woo! Looking pretty strong. Weaver and Ava played too good. Yeah, it's a great support play from Navi. I think in particular, Aloha Dance played really well on his Weaver. He was like everywhere, creating a lot of issues for them. Solo as well did a magnificent job. Just all around, Navi got the job done with this draft, and we'll hope that they draft something equally as strong in game 2. So we're going to be taking a small break. Stick around, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, when we return, we're going to be having game 2. For now though, do me a favor, y'all. Do me a favor. If you haven't already, please make sure that you are following the channel. You know, there's a nice little purple button underneath that says follow. Just click that old button. You'll be glad you did it, I promise. It'll be worth your while. So do me a favor, click that button. It would be very much appreciated. If you have done that already, of course, it would also be appreciated if you followed me on the socials. You know, they keep flashing all over the show every now and then. So that would also be very much appreciated. It actually makes a difference, unfortunately and regrettably, but it is what it is. That's the industry that we inhabit right now. And of course, I would be very much appreciative as well. If you could, if you could subscribe, it would be nice as well. You don't have to, only if it's disposable income. Subscribe, make a young donation, or pull through on the Patreon. It would be very much appreciated, and it helps keep this channel alive and growing. Hopefully growing. Let's hope we don't plateau anytime soon. Anyway, Navi, 1 game up. Upper bracket action, 1 game in. What surprises, what hype, what madness will game 2 bring? We'll find out together. Don't go anywhere. When we return, some more hype, some more action, some more snare, and some more Dota 2. Ladies and gentlemen, my NBA comrades, welcome, welcome, welcome back here. Wish your boy, it's me, Snare. We're doing it big here today. We have ourselves the Dota 2 Champions League. Game 2 of NAVI versus Winstrike. After game 1, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Let us, for the sake of what happened to Winstrike, let's drop them a beat at least. At least, just a little bit, just a little bit. Woo! Woo! Ain't this a bitch? NAVI, because they put the screws out onto Winstrike, I'm really hoping that they take it a bit easy. Just give us a third game, yo. Just give us a third game. Right now, the way it is standing is that NAVI are very set to progress through this upper bracket into the next round, guaranteeing themselves not only top 8 in the process, but guaranteeing themselves a cool $1,000. Of course, it's nowhere near the grand prize of $20,000, but you know, step by step by step, we get there. So let's see what they've got for us in game number 2 here. As Winstrike, they begin the affair by responding to the first pick, Queen of Pain, by picking up the puck bait. Yo, listen, I've been watching no one play Dota for a long time. I guarantee you that he said to the team, yo, let me style on him. Let me pick up this cup of pain. Let me style on him right quick. Oh, Loki, listen, you even went through the trouble of doing the Prime subscription. What a legend. What a G. What a... Yo. Shout out Loki. Shout out Loki. And the Funky Tech guy, indeed I am. Indeed I am. You know, we're repping the nation out here, fam. When we get to TI, we're gonna do it big. We're gonna do it big. It's gonna be great. So he's styling on them with Crop of Pain. Winstrike forced into picking the puck now. If you don't pick it now, it's gonna get banned. You don't really want to pick Lina. The reason being, you know that no one is gonna play this aggressively, and as soon as level 6 hits, he's coming at you. If you're playing Lina, sometimes you're not ready to respond adequately. At the very least with puck, even if you're behind in levels, there are plays you can make to get yourself out of trouble in a sticky situation. At the same time, they go back for their solo Abaddon on the side of Navi, whilst Windstrike have opted for this Bane Elemental. Okay, so they're gonna be sticking with the Force Major Bane. Don't really think Bane was the problem. But again, Bane into Abaddon, we saw in that last game just how much difficulty he had having any kind of influence. If Abaddon's alive, he just presses a button. And they didn't ban out the Abaddon either. They opted instead to remove the IO in tandem with the Beastmaster. I'll admit I'm a bit confused by this, in the sense that I thought for sure if they're gonna pick Bane again that they would definitely ban Abaddon. Yeah, Loki, like Dahak has looked so promising so many times. You know who Dahak, another player who's like really broken my heart, FN as well. FN has broken my heart. There was a time when he looked so, remember that one tournament where he had like that deep run playing Shadow Fiend every other game? It was, there was such potential, but just didn't go anywhere. Just didn't go anywhere. Feels pretty bad. Feels pretty bad. Feels pretty bad. And I kept hoping, for a long time, that this team is gonna really stick it together. Like, who was on that team? The one who was with FNG. Who was playing middle? Afro something? I don't know. But it looked good. Sandy, what's up, G? What's up? We were back. We've returned. We've come back from our deep slumber. Here to cause some dotes. Here to cause some Chen dotes as well. Alright, so they don't have to play into Beastmaster. They already know Abaddon is occupying the 5 role, so there's very little fear of an Enchantress pick. And even if they do go Weaver... Oh, Weaver's banned. Okay, so they can't go Weaver for Aloha Dance. Okay. Afo Ninja. Yes, that's the guy. That's the guy. Afo Ninja. That was the guy. Because I remember there was some tournament where they came second, I think. They got knocked by Team Secret or some ESL tournament. But they beat everybody else fairly convincingly. So much potential, all squandered. It is what it is. Alright, but let me not talk trash, y'all. I know exactly what it's like to have potential and squander it. You feel pretty terrible after a while, but it is what it is. Navi. We were mentioning this, was it the last game or the first game? Where we were talking about how lately we've seen a lot of Abaddon gyrocopters being played in tandem. Not as much Wisp gyro, often one or the other is just banned away. In this situation, you still get the backup element of the Abaddon, but the reason you go for this instead of heroes like the Troll from last game, now you get some of that AoE damage, great against the Chen. BKB early builder, great against the puck. Tons of magical bursts now available between Gyro, Lion, and the Queen of Pain. And of course, you can still scale into the late game, having the potential of Abaddon protecting you, giving you that daka. So it can still work, can still work. Hey, Sandy, got it published. Woo! Woo! Good job. Well done. Good. Yo, could you share it with us? Yo. Well done, Sandy. Shout out Sandy. Shout out Sandy. Griffin X. I've been seeing a lot of these Chens in Eastern Europe, and it seems the rationale is to try and like get as much early control as possible with the hero, like sort of as a less aggressive Enchantress, it seems, or rather an Enchantress that needs less movements from you as the player. Really, shout out Sandy. I'm so proud of you, fam. I'm so proud of you. Yes, Katowice. That's the ESL. And maybe the idea is to have... Maybe they also wanted a heal strat, right? We often see OD played with like some kind of heal strat. Oracle sucks in the patch right now. They've already got a Baron. IO's banned. Maybe that's the rationale that you go Chen OD. This way you get some maneuverability to the OD and some health, some pop. Tickles is worse than a creep. Yeah, look, he's saying it's past defense. It's already published. It's already published. What a G. What a legend. OD. You know, one thing I don't like about this OD pick in this game is it means that we're going to be playing OD safe lane, it looks like. Like the OD. I mean, that could be strong. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Whether they play with Bane, okay, I would prefer Chen maybe, right? But Bane can swoop in every now and then. Nightmare to set up for the Centaur Conqueror Stomp. You can have Astral to set up for it. Maybe they're running an aggro lane with these three heroes. And they're gonna get like some Mars or something for the off lane. I don't know. This duo feels awkward. The Bane Chen. And now that they've gone for the OD, it has to be OD safe lane as well. NAVI. Ooh. Oof. Well, nice knowing you, Winstrike. You've got one hero pick to find big burst, big wave clear. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Yo. Look at Sandy out here, y'all. Not only publishing a thesis involving esports and the gaming scene, but also doing it and coaching an amateur team. How's it going? How did it go? How did it go? How was the experience of like being in that coaching position? Winstrike, okay. You know, this is actually a really good response, I think. This is a fairly decent response. Bristleback, yeah, this could work. This could work. They are going to be putting the OD in the off lane though. So still get the early Meteor Hammer. I suppose it's not that dangerous of a lane into Gyrocopter. We've got the help from Bane. He can't like approach you to throw out the Flax on the rocket barrages, but he can still hit you with the missile. There's actually a lot of stun that they have in this game for Navi. Well, if Lion and Gyro are together, they can like overlay a lot together. But if it's as it seems and Solo goes bottom with the Gyrocopter, it should be fine for Solo. But it's also fine for Noticed and Force Major. Dahak as well. We'll obviously be going for the Quill Sprays build anyway. So by the time that General hits the level 6 mark and starts creating some armies, we'll have a high level of the Quill Sprays available. And if he has a good time in general in the lane, which I'm expecting he will, he could set up to be a pretty big raid boss here. Okay. Some curveballs at the end of the draft. All right, I am ready. I like this. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing. All right, y'all. Game's about to start, so we need some predictions, right? Game 2. Is it gonna be Navi, or do y'all believe in Winstrike doing something incredible? Let me know. Predictions are open now. And how did y'all do, Sandy? How did y'all do in the tournament? You know, real talk, right? I really like this last pick, Bristleback. I think it's changed a lot about how the draft is gonna function. I was worried before when I saw the Chen into OD. It's like, not really the hero I want to put all my eggs into. But a Bristleback, you know, certainly the kind of hero that you would very happily put all your eggs into, right? I'm happy to see it happen. I'm happy that they have some hero that can also be effective against the Broodmother, a hero that can be effective against Bristleback and against Gyrocopter, excuse me, in a carry role. You're super tanky as well, so it's difficult for the Queen of Pain to burst you. This could work, y'all. This could work. The question is, will they make it work? That's a question we're going to find out the answer to together as we get into game 2. It's the upper bracket, Dota 2 Champions League, NAVI versus Winstrike. Who's got the dub? Let's find out. Let's go. And as we go, NAVI find themselves drawing the first blood, or having first drawn against them as they end up losing the life of this lion. All right. That's the kind of stuff we want to see from Winstrike. Who got the kill at the end? It was Suneko. I think that's fine. It's going to be buying a ton of regen anyway, so that'll be okay. Here in the mid lane, we have a matchup as old as time. Queen of Pain versus Puck. In the earliest days of people even playing this game 1v1 middle, that's in a professional setting at the very least. That's the hero that you would utilize the most. Queen of Pain on the one side, Puck on the other. It's a 100% skill-based matchup. There's been ebbs and flows in what the balance of power is between these two heroes over time, but the fundamentals, broadly speaking, are still the same. Suneko doing his utmost to zone Aloha Dance. The main reason what you want to do here in this lane as Chen, at all costs, keep Lion from getting experience so that Lion can't get access to the mana drain. Provided Dahaka has mana, provides not necessarily a threat to General, but a deterrent, making General a bit loath to come too far forward, which is what you want out of a hero in the safe lane versus Brood. You never want Brood to be the one in control of the movement in the laning phase. You only lost in the grand finals, Sandy. Yo, shout out. Shout out. Literally a gentleman and a scholar. Shout out to you, fam. Down bottom. Oh, not unfortunately. Shout out to Dahak. He might die here. They get the slow out onto General. Will the chase be finished? No, it will not. Suneko almost got the counter kill onto Aloha Dance. Forced to pop the magic stick. Is there a salve in this lane? However, does not seem like it. Bristleback gonna be forced to ferry in an additional regen for himself. However, at the very last second, that penitence came in from General. Oh, so close. How much movement speed slow is it? 18% level 1, right? Easily could have been the death there of the Bristleback, but he's still alive. Is he bringing in a salve for himself? Or is it going to be something else? Oh, he's going to buy the Ring of Health early. Okay, I see. I see. One of the better ways heroes like Bristleback ensure their survivability in these circumstances is get these passive regen items, trade constantly and often. Got a decent strength gain, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. In the meantime, notice how's life going for him in this top side of the map. Oh, cameraman, what's going on, my G? What's popping? The OD, not really, like we're talking about in the draft, not really much happens here, you know. Can't do much to stop him farming, he can't do much to stop V2 farming. And both of their support heroes sort of neutralize the power potential of the other, so we see that reflected in the CS, just an overall farm fest, really nothing happening. The one place of interest where things have changed in this game versus game number 1 is the fact that this mid lane is a lot more even. No one is currently ahead, but LoL is actually being allowed to play a game of Dota 2. So provided he can still stay within experience range of no one and he doesn't get bursted once level 6 arrives for the Queen of Pain, can become a really effective force for his team here. Gyro, V2 just going for the Gyro build. Maelstrom, Axe, BKB, meh. Not anticipating any weirdness really. Still been a fairly quiet game. The only kill happening right after the bounty runes were traded. Alright. Oh, Suneko sent a creep home to heal it up, then you'll call it back. That's so funny, dude. But real talk, this witch is no joke. The witch is cool. This witch is strong. The ghost. This frost attack. 25% movement slow. Are you kidding me? So good, actually. Suneko showing us that his tutelage under the Navi banner, learning, or at the very least interpreting some of the great records of Puppy. He knows the culture. Top lane, noticed, all alone, but provided that he has a point into Astral, not really concerned about being all alone. And soon, now that Dahak has access to the Ring of Health and soon having the Vanguard too, at that point they can leave him alone at bottom as well. So that'll be two parts of the map where the side of Windstrike will be fully free to decide that their cores are self-sufficient, making more space for Suneko, as well as this Bane of the Force Major to make movements, and they're already stacked up middle, waiting, hoping for a chance to get in, and here we go. Dream Coil already committed onto no one. Force Major coming in. There is a Nightmare available, but they're forced to use it defensively. Now it's not available for Suneko. No one throws out the Sonic Wave onto the Chen, and they will be able to pop him. The Holy Knight, the Holy Rider, whatever you want to call him. He's just very dead right now. And Navi not only get the kill, but also will be able to defend largely the tier 1 tower, take out the Sea Dragon, and keep no one in a very good place farm-wise. Laurel. Regrettably, didn't have enough damage there, even though he did throw out the level 6. And this is kind of the thing with these kind of supports that are very good at setting up or keeping other heroes alive. They don't have as much damage output. That being said, the damage output will come from heroes like V-Tune because Aloha Dad's getting a lot of damage set up onto Notice, and if Notice will eventually die, although Force Major tried to save him, the 3v1 was a 3v1 for too long, and there wasn't enough health left in the tank for him to mount an escape. It's going to be a death right there onto the OD. One bright spot is that it wasn't picked up by V-Tune, but still a death. Dahak does not have Vanguard, so they've left him alone completely in the lane. Even though the general Broodmother just cracked 6, he knows full well that he actually can't do anything to the Bristleback right now. But the question is, where does Bristleback go from here? This state of affairs doesn't last forever. And Dahak is going to need some kind of item to help him with the mana regen too. Dahak. Still trying to do his thing, but slowly but surely he's being pushed back as well. And unfortunately, because Law's been pushed back so far, oh, we actually might die here. Oof, doesn't get hit with the Earth Spike. If he got Earth Spike there, he'd be dead for sure. Law, oh, no one. Didn't know where he was at. Didn't want to commit the early Sonic Wave and be proven wrong. Nonetheless, though, they force him away from the tower. And Suneko, he's here now, but all he can do is just soak up experience from that mid lane. Can't really meaningfully affect things by mounting a counter push. Still low for Lau. This is what we're talking about. Even if he's under leveled, he can still make plays to escape certain death. And Dahak is still defending the tier 1 tower down bottom. To whatever degree is capable of. But General also just wants to start farming himself into the Soul Ring. Then he's going to build his Orchid. Orchid is such a good item in this game. My goodness. The sooner it emerges for him, the better. And because these Queen of Pains now go for the Sanjin Kaya build rather than building Orchids, it also means that it's a little bit easier for the Queen of Pain to play her game as well. Not just the Broodmother. Speaking of Broodmother, caught out right now by Lau. Will they be able to get this kill? Do they have enough damage? Dahak is here as well, so they certainly do. And they will give the gold over towards this Bristleback. And he realizes that he does need a mana item. And that item's going to be the Yule Scepter for himself. Atop having the Soul Ring for emergency situations. So give him a lot more presence on the map. He's gonna link up with his team and try push this mid lane. All 5 of them are here. Meme Hammer out now for notice. They have to get this ASAP. They know that it's quite easy for Navi to constantly pressure and make sure it's difficult to push into them. So whenever your opportunity opens up, you have to take that tower as soon as possible. Don't allow potentially Brew to come back. And unfortunately, after the tower gets taken, they wander onto the high ground and they wander directly into Aloha Dance and no one. However, Lord and Force Major provide assistance. They keep Noticed alive. No one now might be the one that's in a little bit of trouble. Even V-Tune is summoned here to assist here in this kind of fight. The Ogre Frost Mage taken over by Soneko, just gonna give away some free gold. However, it did its job. Gave away some armor as well on the way out. Harder to chase down some of these heroes. Everyone just saying hello in that situation, and Navi, they're thinking about this Roshan now. They're in the area. But the Brood is already making her way down back bottom, so does seem like they're not going to pursue this to the ends of the earth. They have bigger fish to fry for now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So we've got access to his Maelstrom now on this Gyrocopter. Actually might be getting jumped on here. They find Bane. Nope. The jump is in the opposite direction. Aloha Dance has been getting fairly involved. All the kills from Navi have included this Lion. So I don't think we're as far away from that early Blink Dagger as we would think normally. In fact, himself, as well as no one, they smoke up, looking for a bigger target here. They come across the Hawk, impossible target. So they very swiftly turn tail. They're like, yeah, that's not happening.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They were really hoping for like OD Chen, but a Bristleback. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it.
Radiant's
Unfortunately, since they can scout out that Bristleback is not occupying this bottom lane,
under attack.
General practically has free reign on this side of the map. Easily able to mince down this tower. Gobble, 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 gobble.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
General feeling very happy about himself right now. With the full Spirit Vessel. No charges accrued just yet, but the fights will come. The Hawk, Noticed and Soneko. And they're still feeling fairly strong here. They have this mech available for Soneko, and they just picked up Arcane Boots for Noticed. However, there's a conspicuous lack of heroes, so they think that a smoke might be coming, and they are not incorrect. Force Major does break said smoke, and will tank the gank. We thank you for your service. You will never be forgotten.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Gnarl. In a sort of precarious position right now. He picked up this Witchblade, so that does give him some additional damage. However, you know, the one thing it didn't give him is anything resembling survivability. Doesn't have Blink, doesn't have BTs, doesn't have Power Treads. He needs to be very careful about his movement and avoid getting caught, especially once they have a Blink from Lion. Fortunately for him, doesn't seem like it's a priority right now, because Aloha Dance has been buying the large bulk of their recent support items. Maybe giving Solo a rare rest and the time to catch up. One strike. Are they trying to sneak this Aegis? They're doing it. Navi know about this, but they're doing it. And they are actually doing it. Navi is only coming for the tier 1 tower. Navi do not know about this. Navi know now though. And they might be forced to protect more important prey here. Who's here on the whole high ground? It's Aloha Dance. He's been caught out. Dream Coil utilized onto this Lion. Looks like they should be able to bring the Lion down for the count. They also get a nice little Yule Scepter. Throwing it onto V-Tune, but the Hawk can't really chase with this Bristleback. Might have been better if they'd spent the rest of the time inside the pit. The Rosha is at halfway. Really wasn't far from dying, and they realize that now. They're like, yo, we need to do something. And General also realizes that we can't really do much in this area right now, so let's let them have it. They are currently the stronger within 1 hero advantage, as well as just Bristleback, bringing Bristleback around the pit. They make the wise choice, I think, giving it to the puck. This allows him to play a little bit more riskily on the side of Laurel, as he may want to jump in here, getting caught with the cooldown. Laurel, be a little bit more careful than this, fam. Huge Sonic Wave from inside the trees from no one, but at the same time, notice his youth get out onto the gyrocopter on the other side. Fiend's Grip from Force Major finds the Queen of Pain, brings her down swiftly, as all the team throws in all the damage they have. They even committed the Sanity's Eclipse for that one. Gets the job done. No one is gone. Gyrocopter gets taken away, but because Solo committed the Aphotic Shield first onto the Gyrocopter, it wasn't available for co-op. Great patience from Force Major to wait until the perfect moment before casting the Fiend's Grip. His efforts might be needed again in the mid lane. Oh! Oh, snap. Aloha Dance might have died, but he goes down with a smile on his face. He has the last laugh here. Takes away the Aegis from Laurel with the Finger of Death. They get the bonus kill now onto Solo, but those supports, they'll take it any day of the week. Any day of the week. The early Aegis almost immediately negated here by Navi. Now they're pressing onto this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Windstrike. They're doing it, yo. Windstrike are doing it. They're on the high ground right now. They are overwhelming them. The Hawk doesn't have the Aegis, but doesn't really need it. Provided they still have Chen nearby, and he has at least half the HP on Bristleback, he's fine. Honestly. In no real danger of dying. And actually might go for a quick kill onto Solo. They net him in place. Astral will come out. Meme Hammer will be there as well. They do manage to get... Oh, Meme Hammer onto 2. Both him as well as the Lion. Lion dies as well. Notice is on the killing spree right now. As Aloha Dance. Also removed from play there. Windstrike. Are they doing it? Somehow, though, Navi are still keeping parity on farm with their big cores. The General's completely taken over the Radiant jungle. The Gyrocopter still practically near the top of the charts. Just needs a little bit more going for him. They will quickly find Force Major here. That's a little bit of gold for these heroes. But Gyro, halfway basically towards having the Aghanim Scepter. Queen of Pain, she wants the early shard before opting for the BKB after picking out the Sergeant Kaya. It's looking kind of scary here. Windstrike. They need to keep this train going as much as possible. Navi are very willingly dodging them on the map. Not very happy to go and take and engage these fights. And Windstrike should utilize this window while they have it, because once it closes, woo! It doesn't stay this easy. So, he's close to having Aghanim Scepter on V2. Broodmother close. I think that's actually being delivered now. Let's see. Yeah, there's the full Orchid on the Broodmama. No one, as we mentioned, building this Aghanim Shard. And these items are very interesting from Windstrike. The Aghanim Scepter for the Bristleback. I really like this, actually. This is so good against Broodmother. So good against V-Tune. So good against Queen of Pain. They only have one source of mana drain in the entire team. It's this Lion. There's no diffusal blades being built. Remember a TI that Thompson Gyrocopter with the diffusal Aghanim Scepter? That was hilarious. They might deem it necessary to pull that shit out again. What's OD going for? BKB? Ags. Okay. Axe and shard. So you want the astral imprisonment charges and the ghost walk form where you can move around. Okay, I see. More defense being applied. Puck is now going at long last for the blink dagger after picking up BTs. This game is certainly going to be an interesting one. Windstrike. 9-5 is the scoreline right now with almost 20 minutes into the game, and they are fighting for their upper bracket lives. You lose this game, you drop down to the lower bracket. To make matters worse, you drop down now, right, in the first round of the tournament. So there's actually a possibility, a non-zero chance, that you can just get eliminated here now and just come 9th, 12th. So we've seen it happen at many tournaments before. Not the fate you want for yourself. Solo. I'm gonna be backing up V-Tunes whilst General trying to find vision on the map. Ags is practically up for the gyro. About the standard time for the BTs with Maelstrom Ags. As we see Gyrocopter. He's far away and he's gonna be just watching his team trying to take a fight here. There was a Fiend's grip that went out. But grip went out. Sonic Wave went out. No one died. Okay. Such a deliberate game so far. One side gets the Ags. Law picks up the Blink Dagger. This might be the time for them to try and make something happen. Potentially worried about taking their foot off the pedal here. And unfortunately, it's kind of what has happened. They haven't been able to keep the same momentum and explosive pace they had earlier on. They were really set back by losing that Aegis. Because without losing the Aegis, right, they could have made a move or two in this intervening time, but wasn't really an option. No Aegis means no safety for Laurel, who's been having a bit of a rough game. So they wanted to be able to make sure that he doesn't have a rough game anymore. And rough in the sense that he's been targeted a lot. He hasn't been dying or anything, but he knows that he has to play this game very close to the edge. They do not manage to take out the tier 1 tower in this bottom part of the map. Soneko happy to claim it. V-Tune. He just wants BKB, that's all. Has the Axe, has the Maelstrom. Just needs the BKB, then you'll be ready. Can start showing up to fights. The one strength of the side of Windstrike, it's a bit easier for them to show up with the Bristleback at this stage than it is to show up with the Gyro. But Gyro is still a coming. His team says, listen mate, we need to smoke up. We don't have Sonic Wave, but we do have Cooldown. Let's see what we find. Jump up onto the high ground. Okay, Queen of Pain comes across the OD. Silenced up by General as well. Nightmare will buy a little bit of time, but not buy enough. They do end up being able to assassinate Noticed. They're not done just yet either. Soneko will get caught by the homing missile. There's the follow-up damage needed. Navi strike back, and they strike back hard in this bottom lane. Solo tipping his carry player for throwing out the homing missile. He's like, thanks man, free gold, awesome. Noticed. What levels are we looking at here? What's the experience spread been like actually all across the game? Currently, it does seem like the side here of Navi is getting ahead in the experience and the gold departments. Quite concerning. Very, very concerning. Especially because Windstrike, they had such a incredibly hot start. Lineups like these ones sort of depend on being able to keep that forward momentum going. Mid lane. D2 practically has BKB. Most important item that's going to be emerging in the next few minutes because that will signal Navi's ability to fight from then on. Aloha dance. That kill would be great. He practically has Blink Dagger. This is huge. Can they bring him down? Yes, they can. And they get the grip onto the Queen of Pain. They might be able to kill her. Notice, can he get away from here? No, he's still alive for now. Dahak coming in to buy some space and time. They couldn't kill the Queen of Pain. She blinked away to safety, and they weren't able to bring down this unnoticed OD. He'll Yules up. They're trying to escape solo. They get the quick grab onto him. So support's brought down, but one of the supports was quite important because he had a Blink Dagger. Practically finished after that wave. Will be prevented from getting it. Laurel. Ooh, they find no one, but no one just TP's up. There's no more Dream Coil, so they can't stop him. Also, I'm seeing that I'm starting to lose frames for some reason. I'm quickly going to restart the stream. This was happening earlier today as well. I'm not really sure what the problem is. Like, what is going on today? What is going on? Well, unless y'all let me know that it's fine. It's still fine on your end, then okay, cool. I'll let it go. But nah, it doesn't seem good enough. Alright, I'm gonna quickly restart for one.